It's official. We are now fully into the holiday season, but this season, of course, follows a challenging season of divisive political rhetoric and polarization. That is why we may need a holiday reset this year more than ever. Fortunately, one local author and business leader says she has just the answer to regaining our positive perspective, and it's all about coming back to the basics. Jill Palmquist is the Vice President and Chief Storyteller of Lifetime and the author of In This Lifetime, a coffee table book that celebrates the beauty and brevity of the human experience. And Jill joins us now in the studio. Thank you so much for being here on a holiday weekend. We so appreciate it. Congratulations on this gorgeous book sitting beside us. This is a massive book and it is powerful from page to page. So I want to start with the fact that the book is being called truly a love letter to life. Why? What is it about this book that gives that kind of, really empowering perspective?
So the book itself, I think the intention is just to stop and take a look at everything that we are, and the idea that we're here in these bodies, and just to take a time out with all the chaos that has ensued, and we've been beaten up. And so it's just so ground, just level yourself and ground a little bit in the fact that we're these brilliantly designed, beautiful embodied creatures that are, that the idea that we're here is amazing.
Yes.
So then to remind ourselves that it's brief, and that we, so we need to have just a little bit of a manifesto on how to make the most of it.
Amen.
Yeah.
And you really are providing that. When we look at what we've experienced collectively this year, again, that divisive rhetoric is real and we have all felt the effects. Is there any one message in this book that you think should particularly resonate with people, given what we have gone through? You, of course, talk about some self-care rituals and that sort of thing. Is there any one specific nugget that you think is most important for people to hear?
So this whole book is built on Lifetime's healthy way of life. It's kind of like Trojan horse, and they're like our philosophy and years of experience. So, you can go from just the basics, like drink your water, get your beauty sleep, take your vitamins. But if you made me double down or commit to one, it would be movement, just to start to move. And there is magic and there is medicine in movement. And it's going back to the answer that I kind of really blew on the first question, it's about changing all of the energy in your body. That we're molecules and we're atoms. We can rearrange that. The book talks about just going out for a walk and seeing how a little bit of an encounter with some sunshine can really change your perspective. It talks about getting on a bike and going out and just seeing what you encounter there. So you can just start anywhere and you can do little things like that. And I think I would be amiss here too if I didn't mention that Lifetime has this app that once you start to move, you want to keep moving. Our bodies were designed to be active. And so once you start, you really, there's so many different ways to keep going. And I have to tell you, we've been working relentlessly on that app and we're so proud of it. And there's all sorts of different options for you. And if you want to do slow meditative yoga, you can do that, or the faster kind of HIIT stuff, then there's those options. So I'm going to put a plug in for that right now.
I love the movement idea because that's so powerful and important. Of course, George Bailey, It's a Wonderful Life, the classic Christmas movie. It's all about embracing a new perspective. What again does this book do to really shake people up and say, this is why you can turn the page, literally, with this book and embrace life and be positive again, despite what we've, again, been through as a country and community?
So I think that's almost a trick question, because I think to shift your perspective, you have to remember that you can shift your perspective. So I think that there's all sorts of milestones in our lives, the big things, like the graduations, weddings, divorces, obstacles, but then our lives are really forged on the smaller daily decisions that we make and the habits that we create. So it's remembering that and just to start small with those little things. And I think that has a tremendous quantum leap kind of impact on how we feel and how we move through our lives.
I feel like we could talk endlessly with you, but I think that the book will have to say the rest of the story. And of course, we are so grateful again, Jill Palmquist, that you are here today. Congratulations on this beautiful book once again. Again, In This Lifetime is available from Lifetime. We have more information about the book and Jill's advice on our website, care11.com. Congratulations to you again.